Well, good morning, everybody. We're reading 2 Samuel verses 6 and 7 and First Chronicles chapter 17. And we've made note so many times about David and his relationship with the Lord and how he consulted the Lord on everything. He wouldn't turn to the left or to the right. He wouldn't attack an enemy. He wouldn't withdraw for an enemy. He wouldn't do anything without consulting the Lord and making sure he was where he was supposed to be. So it should strike us as really odd that David, in his passion for the Lord, in his desire to see Yahweh in the center of Israel, his presence would be back in the center of Israel, would then turn around and not consult the Lord on this. For some reason, David just did it on the fly. He just, gathered a bunch of people and said, "Hey, let's bring the the Ark of the Covenant, the presence of the Lord, back into the center. Let's bring him home." And Jerusalem was the political center, the military center. It had become the heart of Israel, the city of David. And yeah, and he didn't consult with the Lord, and someone died. It's unfortunate that this is going to become a pattern for David. Old age, comfort. I don't know what causes it. It's hard to keep up. Is it hard to keep up? And so David would stop consulting the Lord so much. And this would lead him to the problem with Bathsheba and the murder of Uriah. And it really should give us pause to think, what were we like when we first started off with the Lord? What did that relationship look like? Has it increased? Have we matured in this relationship? Do we consult the Lord? Do we check with Him? Do we talk with Him so much? Do we spend as much time with Him? Or is the love of our past and the conversations of our past what carries us in the present? Have we gone asleep in this relationship? Honestly, is He the center? Is He the center of our lives? Do we keep Him in the center of our lives? Is He the purpose? Is He the reason we do all the things that we do? Is His love what sustains us, encourages us, motivates us? Do we check with Him on things? Do we ask Him for direction? See, routine can kill us, and maybe that's what was happening with David. Is that a lot of the enemies are destroyed, a lot of the things are taken care of. He is well established now. And we see the same thing that happened with Israel in the desert. They were absolutely dependent on the Lord. They were dependent on Him for everything. They would die within a few days if not for Him. And they come into the promised land, and he had warned them about this, not to forget when they come into the bounty, when they come into all that He had for them. And He warned them. And yet they come into the land, and after the leaders had all passed away, we see what happens when we read through Judges. And so is this where David is now? Is where he's not so dependent on the Lord, and so he's not seeking the way he was seeking? I don't know. I just know it's a pattern. I do know that. I know it's a pattern as I read through the Word, and I know it's a pattern for the church as we look at the history of the church. I know it's my own pattern. There are times that I have to go through revival. There's times that I have to be shaken to my core to realize where I am and what I need to do. So I throw that out there for you to examine where you are with the Lord, and is He where He's supposed to be with you? Are you where you're supposed to be with Him? You guys be blessed today. Be encouraged. I throw these out there because I have such a desire for us to go way beyond where we are. I don't want us to settle. I don't want us to settle. Be blessed. Be encouraged. Ask him what he wants you to do today. God bless.